we look good on a budget at 60? We know that life be lifing. Some of us are not working. Some of us are sizing down. Some of us have other responsibilities, grandchildren, elderly parents, you name it. We need to look good. But it's not always about going out and buying the next best thing, okay? At this age, we probably have a lot of clothes, especially if you're somebody who has kept a lot of clothes from, I'd say, a few decades, but, you know, still look good. I wear many even now. So let's delve into it. How can we look good at 60?
She tries again, carries the weight, she won't let him in. Mirror don't show what she's fighting through, just someone holding it all for you. Every crack begins to show.
Hello ladies, and welcome to Rock Your Decade. My name is Loretta, and on this channel I hope to be a source of inspiration and encouragement to ladies in their 50s, 60s, 70s and beyond on how to navigate life as it is now. Because trust and believe, it has changed to when our parents were in their 50s and 60s. I'm sure you're aware of this. So yeah, stay here and let's delve into the subject. Let's get into it. Hygiene. Okay, menopause brings with it a smell if you're not careful. I've even noticed it in myself, and you know, I've had to deal with it as well. I'm thinking, what is that smell? You know, and it's not that I'm unclean, it's just that I need to take extra care or change products or change materials or change my environments, you know, whatever's necessary. So, but at the same time, that's menopause. But what about the musty old smell of aging? No one wants to walk into your room, your house, your bedroom and think an old person lives here. Musty, horrible smell. We don't want that for ourselves. No, we don't. I'm in my 60s, so we definitely don't want it for ourselves. Okay? So hygiene is so important. I've got a lot of tips here, so we're going to run through them. Hygiene is very important. We need more hydrating creams, more hydrating antiperspirants, more hydrating deodorants, those sort of things that don't strip our bodies of our natural, you know, oils. You need something that is going to replenish your skin, make your skin more supple. So in terms of our hygiene, we need to be careful in terms of what are we using. Now, yes, it's good to use, you know, products that are antiseptic or something like that, but not those that destroy the pH balance while you're doing it. There are many products out there, but this is a quick one. I'll probably do one on products at a different time, but I'm just trying to say that hygiene is so important. Don't fool yourself into thinking that because you're 60, because you're 50 or because you're 70, you can't have hygiene problems. You can, and people can smell you. Okay, the next thing is oral hygiene. We should be brushing our teeth at least twice a day, and we should be flossing, using dental sticks to get rid of the extra bits and pieces that are in our teeth, because they form bacteria, and bacteria causes the smell. But also we need to think about a tongue scraper. There's a lot of bacteria on our tongue, and our tongue, even though we just see the little bit here, it goes all the way back here. It's very long, okay? And so if it has a lot of bacteria, if you're not scraping it, I've got a stainless steel one, but they sell lots of plastic ones on Amazon. They're about, I think, from £4 to about £9 that they sell, and they're called tongue scrapers. Honestly, if you use a tongue scraper, and I use mine twice a day, use it in the morning when I'm washing my teeth, and I use it at night before I go to bed after I've washed my teeth. If you use that, you will see sometimes the gunk that comes off will shock you. So imagine that build up day in and day out. Oral hygiene is so important. Also, our nails as women. I don't like long nails. Okay, these are my nails here. But I do think it's important to keep them clean and to keep them tapered. You don't have to go to a nail salon if you don't want to. I personally don't enjoy doing my nails. I don't. And so there's a lady not too far from me that does it. I do it in her home and it works for me, it works for her. I keep them short and I keep them clean. And so we need to do that. Don't be the lady who has, the long nails to the point that she can't even look after them. She can't even do her basic necessities. It's not cute. That's another point, okay? Hair. Find out what suits you, okay? Find out what you can do with your hair that works for you on a budget, okay? Even washing it, conditioning it weekly is good. Plaiting it is good. I have a lady who plaits my hair, and it's about £20 when she plaits it. It just came mowed all the way back when I do that. I wash my hair myself, I condition it myself. I've got a steamer myself that I bought from Amazon. I steam my hair with deep conditioner. I do all the things there. I wear my wigs, I wear my parts. I just make sure that I do the things that are necessary for my hair to look good. At the moment, this is a wig, which I have enjoyed, but I don't wear it every day. And I've got quite a few. So my natural hair, I'm growing it, some of the sides I lost during a coma, and I need to speak about that another day, but it's growing and I can't wait for my sides to grow so that I can start wearing my hair, because I really don't want to come out here with my sides eaten up. I don't. And so I'm using this at the moment, and when I'm at home I don't wear wigs. I wear my own hair. And I'm not ashamed of my hair. I love my hair. I'm just waiting for the sides to grow. This side has grown really well, and I'm waiting for this side has also grown, and I'm waiting for this bit here. So sooner or later you'll see me, with my own hair as well. Doesn't mean I won't wear wigs. Just means that I'll have something else to wear as well. Our skin and what it needs. So I'm not talking about hygiene this time. I'm talking about what your skin needs. Well, when you were younger, they were talking about 3 types of skin. They talked about normal skin, combination skin, and dry skin, and even oily skin. 4 types. But they say as we've grown older, we're now down to 2 types, especially women who are in their 50s and 60s and beyond. We have dry skin, and we also have oily skin. Now, trust and believe, there are women who are having pimples and oily skin at the age of 40 and 50 as part of their perimenopause or postmenopause. So yes, that is a thing. But if your skin is dry or drier than it used to be, then you need to be using cleansing lotions with emollients to help bring back the hydration. We also need to be using chemical creams or serums that plump up the skin. I haven't at the moment had any Botox, but we're not talking about Botox because we're talking about on a budget. And so you can use lots of cream. I use ordinary, £9, £8, £6, £14, and lasts for at least a month. So yes, you can do that on a budget, but look for if we're trying to look good, look what your skin needs. Is your skin tired? Is your skin dull? I have some, discoloration, and so I like products that have niacinamide inside, or niacinamide inside. And so yeah, the ordinary, I use that, and lasts me 1.5 months. And so yes, and I think I paid £9 for about, I think at least 100 mil. At least 100 mil. So yes, you can do that on a budget. Okay, makeup. A lot of us here, including myself, may have too much makeup that we're not wearing. So the first thing we need to do is declutter all of that stuff. You don't need what you don't need, what you're not wearing. And also a lot of our makeup can be quite harsh. I realized that black can be really harsh, especially under the eye, as eyeliner, and as our eyebrows. I don't even use black anymore. I use a very dark brown. But yes, I think that we need to look at our makeup because our skin has changed as well. Are you more yellow? Are you more, as in the undertones? Are you paler? Look for the foundation. Go into a drugstore. and look for that which matches your skin. You don't have to buy immediately. Say you're just testing. Tell them, can you take something home with you? I took an expensive product, a tester, home with me, and it looked good in the shop. And when I got home, I realized no, it made me look ashy. So, but I have used L'Oreal products, and they work beautifully. They're £9, £12. And so on a budget, you can still look good. Less is more, remember. Less is more, okay? Shapewear. Shapewear can be your enemy if it's too tight. Doesn't matter whether it skims or whether it's Walmart or TK Maxx or Sainsbury's. You shouldn't be going down more than a size, really, I would say, if you need shapewear. Shapewear is to smooth your curves. It's not necessarily to pull you into the point that you now have, your back and your sides are disfigured. That doesn't look nice, and even under clothing either. So make sure that you're looking at good you're looking at good shapewear. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it will make you look good, even on a budget. Okay. The next one is body type. Knowing your body type. I, for example, am I move between an inverted triangle where the bust is actually fuller than the bottom. So I'm smaller. I wear a size 16 on the top here, and I wear a size 12 to 14 here. So I'm in an inverted triangle. At other times, I can be rectangular. It depends on how I'm distributing the weight. But there are times when I lose weight, I go back to being a rectangle. When I put on weight, my bust comes out a lot and I come back to being an inverted triangle. If you know your proportions, you're less likely to buy those clothing and invest in other things that don't suit you. Once you know that, yes, I look good in this, I can emphasize that. For example, because I don't have hips, so to speak, I'm either a triangle or an inverted triangle or a rectangle. I tend to be fuller on the bottom. So I would wear wide trousers, I would wear A-line skirts, T party skirts, that sort of thing. Skirts that come in and then flare out. Yes, to actually give the balance to my shoulders. So yes, knowing what's good on your body will ensure that you're not wasting money on things that you do not need or do not fit. Because we've all had those things that we've bought and we thought, we don't like it. We don't like it at all. Right, dressing for who you are now. Okay, who are you now? Are you retired? Are you traveling? Are you working at home? What should your wardrobe look like now? Because there's no point in dressing, in buying stuff for cocktail parties if that time is over. That's not to say that we can't have good clothes. But what I'm saying is that there's no point, for example, myself, there's no point in me continually investing in cocktail dresses when I'm not going to those sorts of parties. There's no need for me. Now, have I got a few? Yes, I have. I've got from back in the day even, that still look good. Because I tend to, when I buy clothes like that, I tend to buy more classic clothes for cocktail parties and less trendy stuff. And so, yes, I would. But now, would I? No, I wouldn't. I probably would wear the same dress and a different accessories. Okay, thrift if you need to. I would like to thrift. Unfortunately, a lot of the shops near me tend to do only things like t-shirts and run down stuff. I would like to go to a thrift store that actually has nice clothes. So thrifting is the greatest way, the quickest way even to buy stuff on a budget and to look good. However, if you don't know your size, if you don't know your shape, and if you don't know what looks good on you, you can thrift how much you like. You're wasting money because you haven't done the necessary work. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm trying to look at my notes. Look at your wardrobe first. We've all got clothes in our wardrobe. You don't need to tell me. We've all got clothes in our wardrobe that we can either, I've got a jacket, for example, a jacket that I have had for about 20 years. It's black, and it's not a long jacket, but it's not a crop jacket. I actually want it to be a crop jacket, and so what I'm going to do is take it to a tailor and get it cropped. It's a very, it was an expensive jacket when I bought it back in the day, and I don't mind spending some money to get it to what I want it to look like right now. So yes, clothes tailored. It might turn out to be expensive getting them tailored, but because they'll fit you better, you'll look better, and it will actually be on a budget because it's not a $70, $100, $120, $69 jacket, okay, or dress, okay. Wear your outfits now and stop waiting for a special occasion. We say to ourselves, oh, I can't wear that now because, you know, I would like to wear that to a wedding. When's the wedding happening? Wear it now, wear it to the... Listen, I will be wearing now, this is me now, when I'm going out to the drugstore, I do like sportwear, but when I look at a clothing that I think to myself, I haven't worn in a while, I'll just wear it. I don't care. I'm not trying to please anybody. I'm not looking for the male gaze. I'm not even looking for the female gaze. I'm just dressing to please myself. Don't madly follow the trends, okay? Trends should add to what you've already got. And really, if the trends don't fit your shape or your style, you shouldn't be buying the clothing. You should probably be buying the accessories, because when trends come up, they have the clothing and then they have the accessories. Scarves, jewelry, shoes. So maybe you've got enough clothing, but you think, I like that trend, I'll buy into that, but I'll only buy the bag, or I'll only buy a pair of shoes, or I'll only buy 2 scarves just to go with what I already have. That's a cheaper way of looking good on a budget. And also, there are different shops. You don't have to keep on shopping at MS. I've never shopped at MS by the way, but I'm just saying that we don't need to keep on doing that. We can go all the way down from MS to H&M. Both begin with H. Both have what we need. Different price points. I'm not against buying luxury items, but this is about looking good on a budget. And so that's why I'm trying to say, yes, create your wardrobe within your own wardrobe. So how about you try, as I have been, looking at, okay, I normally wear this skirt with that. And I found that, you know what, I can actually wear this skirt with this, that, and the other top, or blouse, or jacket. I'm beginning to see more ways of wearing the same thing on a budget and still looking good. And the last thing I would say is caring for your clothes, your items, okay? You know, if you look after, I've got clothes that are 20, 25 years old. I'm in my 60s. I've even got something that's 30 years old and looks immaculate. Why? Not because I haven't worn it. I've got my cost per wear in most of my clothes. Yes, I've got cost per wear in most of my clothes. However, a high percentage actually. However, I would say that if you don't look after your clothes, then they're not going to last you. And you're not going to be able to use them with something else. So look at how they need to be, well, before you look at how they need to be washed, begin to look at the material each item is made of. Is it made out of linen? I was telling my son the other day, because he was ironing something, and I said to him, because he had a bit of a, it wasn't actually burned, but it was it was scorched, let me use that word. And I said, you can't use the same, dial on the iron for linen as something that is, linen with something else. Turn it down first, and if it doesn't work, then bit by bit you can begin to, increase the temperature. We need to look at our clothes in terms of how we wash them. If they need to be dry cleaned, dry clean. If you can't dry clean, then I would say hand wash gently. I've got clothes that I always look at the label. If I look at a dress and I think to myself, dry clean only, and I think this is too complicated for me to wash, and it's a color that I will have to wash after every wear, I'm not buying it. And so buy clothes that you know that you can look after. Are you able to, wash clothes by the hand? Does your washing machine, does it have a very gentle, soft cycle for wools, for example, that you can put your clothing in? Is your clothing torn? Does it need sewing? Can you do it yourself, or do you need to give it to a tailor or seamstress? Look after what you have. There's lovely, not the mothballs that smell, but there's cedar wood, that's it. Cedar wood. I put cedar wood in bags now because I've put my jumpers away. So I've put cedar wood in the bags that I've used to store my jumpers away. Perfect. I love the smell, and it keeps the moths away as well. And it allows me, and will allow me, to bring them out again to use, and they will be on a budget. And so those are my tips. I've had the more than 10 there, starting from hygiene all the way down to looking after our clothes. If you've got any other way in which we can look good on a budget, please comment down below. But in the meantime, look after this and don't forget to rock your decade.